Guys, this is a trade I took on Tuesday, and I'm about to show you guys the gist about this trade and how this entire trade play out. So heading now to the 4-hour time frame. For those of you who just joining, I'm Chris Banks, and on this channel I'm documenting my journey to profitability. Okay, so now let's just run through the trade quickly. So as you all know, I had a bigger structure on the 4-hour time frame, and then price is now reversing, right? So there's the correction phase. So now price has now entered into the correction phase, and I would soon be looking to trade the pullback. But as for the trade, I traded the correction phase. And why did I trade the correction phase? I had an opposite candle and I had a pullback candle. So at this point, I dropped my 4-hour high and the 4-hour low, and I had a fifth drop. So I don't get my entry on the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame is my higher time frame bias, and then I head to the 15-minute time frame, for which I draw my POIs. So for the 1-minute time frame is where I get entry. So heading out to the 15-minute time frame, you're gonna see we definitely had this beautiful trend change, right? Beautiful trend change, and absolutely mind blowing. I had this trend change, very beautiful, and I also had a break of structure. Okay, so I could have taken this trade when it made the trend change, but for a real confluence and then a low probability or low risk probability, I needed to wait for a break of structure. So after the trend change, I waited and I had my break of structure. Then now this is my POI. I drew the POI on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so I drew this POI on the 15-minute time frame, and if we could head to the 1-minute time frame, we're gonna see that those lines here are liquidity grab, right? They are liquidity grab, so they are in the form of structural liquidity. So on the 1-minute time frame, price grab liquidity and then give me a trend change. That was the reason for which I entered into this trade. And as you can see, this was a whole lot of consolidation. Price really consolidated around here, really consolidated, and then there's a move, right? So after the consolidation, then I had a move. But before then, I held a trade for this. This is probably one of the longest trade, right? For now, this is the longest trade because I held a trade for a day, almost a day, but this is probably a longest trade. And wow, price is still going down. But the side note is I didn't like. I close out way too early. Okay, I close out way too early, and I probably close out around here. And the reason for which I closed out, I think I was being impatient. I have this patience when it comes to the chart, but for this trade, I grew a little bit impatient. So at this point, I've been in the trade, like you have to know, for a couple of hours, right? Since I took the trade, then price will come down, go up, and come down. It came way here, and then it went back up, came down, way back up, and just like that. So when I saw that price has reached to this place here, I was like, oh, price might go back up again, right? And the logical thing to do in this case was to close half of the position, right? That's the logical things to do, to close half of the position. But the other part of me was, though, you gotta close the trade, which was, I should have done it, right? I get it. But like I'm saying, the logical part of me went down. When emotions get high, logic goes down, right? So at this point, I was emotional, and my logical, sense of reason, everything went down. So logically, I would have waited, close back out, and then just hold on. But emotionally, I wouldn't have done it. So I closed out, and then surprisingly, price has come way down here, bro. Like way down. I don't know, but this is moving us crazy. If we look down here, price has come below 50% off the fade, right? Price has come below 50% of the fade. So at this point, what I will be looking for is to trade a push phase, right? It's to trade a push phase now, and I will still wait for a trend change and then have a break of structure before I can now know that, okay, price is now changing direction, or price has now price has flipped the coin. So that's probably gonna happen, and guys, you guys have to stay tuned, right? So that's what happened. That's the trade, and I'm gonna give a screenshot of the the result. Okay, so there were 2 accounts that I took this trade on. As you guys know, right now I blow my live account, so I had a $10 account with RC Market, and then the $10 account, what happened was I took a trade before this one and I lost $5, so I will level $5, 20 cents in that account, and I enter on this position. So I enter on this build with the balance, right? And I didn't raise, so I raised a part, you know, I raised a setting amount, but I'll show you guys a screenshot. It's gonna be on the screen, and you guys gonna see what happened. And I opened a 5,000 demo account, and I also took this trade on it. Okay, so you guys gonna see the result. It's live, and everything is, you know, just what it is, guys. So you guys stay tuned. It's a beautiful trade, and I hope you guys catching the feelings. Okay, so that's it, guys. You know, let's keep grinding though. So wish you guys to stay tuned. And just wish you guys so much, right? Because we're gonna crush this thing. Okay, we're gonna crush this thing. So guys, let's wrap it up.